Today's topic is how to save money on things you cannot normally save money on, like household bills. One tip that I have for credit cards like Capital One, Discover, and things along that nature, the biggest thing that you need to look for when you have credit cards is the first thing you need to look at is the interest for the credit cards. Is it worth using it? Because sometimes they'll have deals where you get money cash back on the credit card when you purchase things like 2% cash back from grocery stores or things along the lines of that. Capital One offers things like that. They also offer things like free mileage for airlines and points and different deals. When you call a credit card company, if you have a credit card, what you need to do is you need to make sure what your interest rate is. Interest rate can be hard to find at times. When it is, you need to carefully look over your bill and read everything on there. If you don't, then you can miss something very important. See, it tells us a balance and everything else. It tells us a reward period here, but it doesn't give an interest rate that I see off the very front. It tells us a minimum payment. Never ever pay the minimum payment. If you do, you're going to end up spending anywhere from 30% more to 300 times the amount that you originally spent on it. So in any case, because I'm having such a hard time, what I would do, oh here we go, purchase back right there. Right now our purchases are at 0% rate. The only reason it's at 0% rate is because we pay our credit card in full every month. We do not go over our balance, and when we do, we pay it off immediately that same day. So we know that, but we get it because we can get the rewards or whatever the case may be. If your interest rate is anything like our Discover card, which we have closed, by the way, it can be as high as 30%. It is not illegal for it to be that high, and unfortunately they take advantage of that. You miss one payment and one only, they can jack it up to 30% interest. So in any case, our credit card on Discover is 29.5%, I believe, and so we ended up closing it, and we have been making a payment of $200 a month until we have it paid off. Now, closing your credit cards can look bad on your credit. So what you're going to do is it's going to look bad at for a little while until it's paid off. Once it's paid off, what ends up happening is, and right now we're real close to paying it off, is Discover card will end up contacting us and offering us a better deal. They will give us more credit line, and they will give us a lower interest rate. Now, if you plan on having a credit card for a long time, that's a good deal. If you don't, then you just want to get rid of it, then go ahead, pay it off, and get rid of it. But do not use it. So if you close it out, you'll end up ruining your credit, but if you don't close it out and you just pay it off and not use it, then they can't use it against you, and that looks best on your credit report. And wait until you paid it off to close it out. Alright? That way it won't ruin your credit. Now, people transfer balance credit cards all the time. I would suggest talking to a financial analyst about that. I am not big on that, but I'm not a financial analyst, and that's how I end up saving money. Also, if your credit card, if you've only been late one time and your credit card sent you an interest rate and they jacked it up 10, 20, 30% because of that one late payment, but you've been making consistent good payments for the past 3 months or more, then you need to call them and you can probably get that payment lowered. Not your minimum payment, but you can get the interest rate lower, which would overall lower it. So in any case, next is AT&T. AT&T is a big phone company, as most of you know. Now there's AT&T UVerse. If you use AT&T UVerse, that can come with your TV, cell phones, internet, and everything combined in one package. Now, Comcast and some other companies do this as well. If you do a package deal, make sure that when you sign up for it, that it's not a limited time deal like 3 months and you save, or 6 months and you save, or a year, or whatever the case may be. Also, AT&T and Comcast and other companies require you to sign a 2-year contract now. You can make that use to your advantage. You can basically make it so that because we have AT&T UVerse, we have 2 things on our internet and our cable phone. But we do not have our telephones on. We have our cell phones through AT&T, but we ended up getting a bigger discount from them because of where my husband works. Now, you can do that too. When you go to your AT&T phone for your cell phone provider, or any cell phone provider for that matter, ask them if they have any special deals about if you add another line, or if you have so many lines, do you have any deals, or if you work someplace, do you get a deal and percentage off? Because of the deal with them, it would be smarter for us to keep our bills separate, which is what we did. Now, AT&T U-verse gives us a deal only about bundling, which ends up saving us about $10 a month on the bundling packages, which isn't too bad. But in any case, that's how I end up saving on household bills. Call them, find out what the deals are, and find out what your best options are. Also, if you have a cable company, what you want to do is if you don't have all the movie channels or all the upgrades and whatnot for the cable company, call them. Find out what deals do you have. If there's a free preview on TV, you can usually get it free for a month up to 3 months on the movie channels and things of that nature. Currently, my husband and I have all the movie channels, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, you name it, for free. We also have high-def TV for free and a free receiver. So we have 3 receivers in the house. One of those is free, and we have all the movie channels and the high-def, and that was just because we called. Now, we have to call back in 3 months to let them know we no longer want the service. Now, if you do that and then you wait another month, they'll give it to you again for free. So why would you want to waste your money when you can keep getting it for free and testing the programs, as they put it? So that's a way to get around the system and paying full price. Another way are the cards. Now, everybody has cards. This is my pile of cards. I have a large pile. You can get cards from campsites and from pet things. That's my voter card. Office Max and reward cards and Famous Footwear and blood banks. Now, some of these cards I had to pay for, like my AAA card. But the thing is, though, is that if I don't have a credit card or a card for them, like I have one for Hot Topic and Food Lion and the libraries and all this, if I don't have a card for them, and I sometimes ask that some of them offer the punch cards and some of them have the member cards that you can only get deals with them, I'll ask them straight up, do you take AAA? Restaurants, hotels, and things of that nature sometimes do, and they'll give you a good discount on it. So, it's worth the membership price of AAA. Now, you do not have to have the platinum membership like I do. The only reason I have it is because we have several cars in the family, and it's just easier because I can use this one card on all the cars. And we end up saving money in the long run if I lock my keys or something like that. But the ends up happening is if you can get the bronze package for less than $50 a month, or I'm sorry, a year, then go ahead and do that, and it saves you in the long run on everything from hotels to car rentals to actual restaurants. So that's how you end up saving. And if you have a blood donor card, you can ask them if they take that too as proof, and that way it tells that some stores will give you discounts because you are a blood donor. So that's how I save money on things at stores and at bills that I can't normally save on. Thank you for joining me, and I will continue with another posting soon. Thank you. Bye.